2 on 882 6PR. Chrissy Morrissey in the hot seat for the weekender. And if you'd like to join us, 92211 882. The Western Australian Apartment Advocacy has just released the results of its inaugural online survey looking at what renters are looking for when it comes to apartment lifestyle. Is bigger better? Is it all about location? I have no idea. I could make some wild guesses, but someone who lives and breathes property in Perth is our property commentator, Sam Reece. Sam, hello.
Hi, Chrissy.
Cheers. Now, what are the hotspots for apartment rentals at the moment around Perth?
So it seems to be that they want to be close to the city because it's all about catching buses and trains. And so if they're working in a location, they don't want to actually have to catch a bus into the city and then back out again. They want to basically leave from the city or its inner suburbs and get out to where they need to work and also recreate.
So what sort of people are renting apartments?
So we're finding a lot of 1 and 2 bedrooms, but there was also families we had in that survey, which was really good. But they're also working full time, and what they're actually looking for at the moment is actually convenience. That's all it's all about. It's like, how can I make my life simpler and more fast-tracked in that way?
So what are the biggest influences then, Sam, when it comes to renting an apartment for someone?
So what we found was that 91% of the renters were actually walking distance to public transport, 90% to cafes, 86% to grocery shops. And so it's about the fact that when they come home from work, they're coming home on the bus, they're popping across the road to the grocery store to get what they need for dinner that night, maybe a bottle of wine, and then they're coming home. You know, it's all en route. There's no need to actually deviate off the route to get what you need in life, and that makes just good common sense.
Is apartment living something that those surveyed would recommend, or is it more of a stopgap for them?
No, so there was a very high proportion of people who would actually recommend living in an apartment, so 82%. And what was interesting was that a large proportion of them did move from a house into an apartment. So they moved from a 2 or 3 bedroom house into a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. But what they're actually wanting to do now is actually move into a larger apartment as the next rental. So 73% are saying are going to be looking for a 2 to 3 bedroom apartment. So we're seeing this movement away from 1 and 2 more to 2 and 3, which is interesting.
How do most of the renters find their properties?
Online. So, yeah, it was like 89% actually found their properties online. So, and that's incredible. And realestate.com was definitely way up there as the highest. So if you're looking to obviously rent your property, and certainly I know if you've got a new property and you're in a new location and it's a good CBD or close to that location, definitely go online because people are just trawling through there and that's how they're choosing to go and look at properties.
So what were the major influences for people in deciding which apartment to rent?
So they wanted to be basically close to where they were actually working, or basically travel time to work was not long. They were looking for safety and security. They were looking for the ability to lock up and leave, so that freedom that comes with that. Low maintenance, and then affordability. But this is all about 75, 80%. So definitely, I think especially a single female, but I've also heard other single males say that they find apartment living very secure. You know, you basically lock one door and then you're secure in your location, which is very comforting to them. But the fact that they can get to work and from work easily, and the fact that it's affordable, they're all still big players.
So for listeners who are looking to buy an apartment to rent out, what would your top 3 tips be, Sam, and best locations at the moment around Perth?
So I'd be staying, yes, close to Perth, East Perth, West Perth, Mount Lawley, South Perth, Highgate, around those locations. I'd be looking to buy something that's bigger because definitely what we're seeing is people are wanting to move into something that's got more space. Definitely make sure that you have an office kind of option, so even a study nook would be fantastic. Because if you had a 2-bedroom plus a study nook, then that would take care of that 3-bedroom element, because 20% of the people who are actually renting were using a bedroom as an office space. And if you're looking, you know, we had 47% they wanted to choose an apartment on a coastal location, 45% riverside, but basically 71% was saying central CBD. So certainly make sure that it's got a really good attractive point about it.
Sam, thank you so much for your time today.
Always a pleasure, Chrissy.
Cheers, as always, insightful. And if you'd like to follow Sam and listen to what her analysis on property around the state is, you can find her online at Property ESP. Coming up on the show, we're going to consider the